Mom finds daughter's dismembered body in her shed. Lock in. Lock in, bro.
Sergeant Ranty will be
I don't be understanding, like, I be thinking, like, when I hear about, like, shit like this, about, like, how the parents found their daughter in the shed, it gotta be two people, but I be thinking it gotta be these type of people. I be thinking it's the parents, or I be thinking it's the boyfriend. No cap.
You helped your buddy with possibly help move a body. I have a search warrant to search.
Oh, and that's where you fucked up. The nigga said you helped his buddy move a body. Should've kept your mouth closed, my boy. Now you about to do 1,000 years.
Residence where, just days earlier, a mother of 3 had mysteriously disappeared. And one day later, the police department received a chilling call. A man claiming he'd been forced to dismember a body and get rid of it.
And he said that he shot her.
Yeah, and he couldn't get the body out of the house and into the shed.
So at that point, once he drug her over to the steps and the carpet rolled up in the carpet, what happened at that point?
He said he killed everybody. He let everybody in the house numerous times.
Niggas I'll kill everybody? Oh yeah, nah, it helped that. Nah, it's not even funny. But if a nigga forcing you to move a body or he's gonna kill you, what y'all doing in that situation, bro? If a nigga is forcing you to help move the body, what are you gonna do? It's either you or him. I'm gonna keep the buck. It's either me or you, bro. You feel me? Cause I don't want to help you. But if you talking about you gonna kill me if I don't help you, nah, nigga, you gotta die. You gotta die and I'm snitching. I'm sorry. I'm snitching. I don't believe in the snitching shit, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's either me or you. I'm not going to jail for you, my nigga. I'm gonna kill you, then call the cops. I'm sorry. In GTA, of course.
It's December 17th around 6 p.m. Tiffany Morrison, a 34-year-old mother, is arriving at her mother-in-law's home where she, her husband, and their 3 children have been living. Before going inside, Tiffany records a short video saying goodbye to a man she's been having an affair with. She doesn't know it yet, but this will be the last recording of her alive.
That's creepy as hell.
It's over. We're done talking.
Oh, see, yo, I don't know how, rest in peace to her, but like, and this has no shade to her, right? I don't know how women could just do that. You made a video saying, yo, we're done. Like, damn, girls break up with niggas in the most ruthless way possible. You feel me? Not saying, like, obviously it was an affair, but it's like, damn, bro. Shit, you gotta send me a video saying we're done? That's OD.
After recording this, she walks inside, greets her 3 children sitting by the Christmas tree, walks upstairs, and disappears. The next time Tiffany would be seen, she would be in 6 different beds across East Liverpool.
Damn.
What makes Tiffany's case so unsettling is that it unfolded at the moment no one expected. For 17 years, Tiffany had built a life and raised a family with her high school sweetheart, Christopher Morrison. They met back at East Liverpool Senior High at just 17 years old, and from the outside, their world looked stable, ordinary even. But Tiffany had a secret. In the months leading up to her disappearance, Tiffany had begun an affair.
Oh, GG. So she was cheating. She was cheating, bro.
A man named Jake Hill. The only real piece of evidence investigators had was the video Tiffany recorded just before she walked into her home for the last time. In it, she said goodbye to Jake.
I'm done. It's over. We're done talking.
She had decided to end the affair and recommit herself fully to repairing her relationship with her husband and children. At a first glance, this made Jake appear as a clear suspect, but detectives had no way of knowing that the affair was merely the surface, only a fragment of the disturbing case that was about to come to light.
It was her husband. The husband found out.
20th at 6:49 a.m., 3 days after Tiffany's disappearance, 911 receives a disturbing call. Thomas Slager, the father of Randy Slager, reports that he believes his son may have helped move a deceased body in the days prior.
Oh, damn.
Both Thomas and his son are asked to come to the station to discuss the matter further. They have no idea yet, But this suspicion will unravel into something far darker than they could have imagined.
This nigga's going to jail, though.
With a violent killer still out in the public, pushing investigators towards a single risky move. They'll have to stage one perfect moment to take him down. But at this point, police have made no connection to Tiffany's disappearance whatsoever. But this is about to change.
Talk, switch me seats, bro. So let's start with how you were contacted, when you were contacted.
But in 2 days, so I don't really remember times great. But
Roughly, ballpark.
Hold on now. See, shit is moving in my crib and shit. Hold on, my nigga. Shit is moving. See, that's why I don't like watching crime time when I'm by myself, bro. Shit start moving. Windows start banging. Doors start knocking. You feel me?
I got called by him, and he said he needed me.
When did you get called, Red?
That night, so it was Sunday night.
He called you Sunday night itself, right?
7, yes, 7.
Randy says the call came in around 7 p.m. that Sunday evening. A friend needed a favor. He said he needed someone to drive his car. It was the same night Tiffany recorded that video. The one where she said goodbye to her lover, Jake Hill, and committed to staying with her husband, Christopher.
It was her husband, though. It's
Detectives
obvious.
saw Jake Hill as the obvious suspect. But the man asking Randy for help that night wasn't Jake Hill, as investigators had expected. Instead, Randy would reveal it was someone even closer to Tiffany.
The husband.
It was Christopher Morrison.
Come on, bro.
Tiffany's husband. At this point,
That's what people yo, I'm telling you, my nigga, like, yo, ladies, bro. Y'all gotta just, if you gonna cheat, bro, you just gotta break up with that nigga, bro. 17 years, my nigga. And you just gonna cheat? That's how you know, bro. No, yo, you can't keep a woman happy at all. And obviously she wasn't happy. You feel me? And you know, he probably had his fair share. He probably was cheating too. But it's like, yo, bro, like, yo, you can't play with people's feelings, bro. At all. Like, for real, bro.
Officers knew 3 things. First, Tiffany had made the decision to leave Jake behind and return to Christopher. Second, she had vanished without a trace. And third, on that very same night, Christopher had reached out to Randy asking for help to move something. None of it made sense. If Tiffany had finally decided to come back to Christopher, why would that be the night he killed her? Why not one of the countless other nights when she had actually been unfaithful? Investigators realized there had to be a missing piece, something they weren't seeing. And that's when Randy revealed something even darker.
Okay, what did he discuss with you at 7
He
o'clock?
asked me if I could do him a favor, a ride, or not give him a ride, drive a different car while he dribbles other car to his lights. What kind of house? Jimmy Gill, I guess.
Okay, then where's
My son know
Hill?
everything.
I don't know. I've never met the guy. Couldn't see him.
For the first time, Jake Hill is officially mentioned. Christopher had apparently gone even further with his plan. According to Randy, Chris asked him to help hide a body, while Chris would be, quote, dropping off his girlfriend at her new boyfriend's house. If Randy's story was true, it pointed to one chilling possibility. Chris was trying to frame Jake Hill for the murder.
That's kind of smart in a
All
way.
this was already more than enough to alarm investigators. Randy revealed that he knew even more about what had happened. He told officers that he had actually gone to Chris's house that night and that he could describe the disturbing things he found inside.
Oh, once you got to Shady Side, what happened?
We walked in the house and all the kids were there and mom were sitting there and like we talked just randomly about stuff there. And Chris said, when you walk down the basement, he was just wanting to get back. Or particularly wanting to leave him.
Okay, Tiffany wanted to leave him?
I didn't see just threatening when somehow and I guess I don't know. As I work for Bear for no stuff. Somehow she was back at the house. And she was there at the house at some point. That's where he put that bullhole in the shower curtain, where we shower.
And one last thing too, right? 17 years, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of people that will crash out, bro. If I feel like, not me, no, not per se, because I won't crash out over no woman and go to jail for the rest of my fucking life. I won't kill a woman that cheated on me. that I've been with for 17 years, even though I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what I'll do in that situation. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I'll do in that situation, my nigga. But I just can't do it. But then again, it's like 17 years, bro. Like, you cheat on me? 17 years, bro. After 17 years, you have 3 fucking kids. That ass. And I know this shit happens in marriage often, or whatever the case may be. But it's like, come on, mud. Like, come on, Brody. That's crazy, bro. But you also don't tell, if you're gonna do a crime, also please stop telling niggas, bro. If you're gonna do this shit yourself. You feel me? For the niggas that want to do crimes, bro, I don't condone it. I don't think nobody should do a crime. But if you're gonna do a crime, don't call nobody, my nigga. Bro, because when shit hit the fan, it's gonna be a nigga like this that you trust that's gonna spill the beans on everything. The nigga said a bullet in the shower room. Oh yeah, he knows a lot. He knows a lot.
Randy explained that, quote, Tiffany was somehow back at the house. We, of course, now know the reason why. She had finally decided to move back in with Chris, and that one detail makes everything that followed even more tragic.
So they wasn't together?
Randy said he tried to calm Chris down, urging him to go to the police. But instead of listening, Chris escalated the situation and began showing Randy photos of Tiffany's dead body.
When I got downstairs, he looked at me and he started crying. He started telling me that Tiffany and we're fighting. She was leaving for some dude to send me some damn pics or something. And that he shot her. I couldn't believe that. And he whipped his gun out, slashed the gun out, and I took away.
Nigga took a photo of it? This nigga's brutal.
His body out of the house and into the shed. Now I tried to talk to Magnus, and I was stupid. I told him he was an idiot. He should probably turn himself in, all that, but none of it, nothing. I mean, I couldn't convince him to do anything besides he wanted to do. He asked me to help him roll her up into the carpet.
This nigga's done though. Like, yo, bro, what the fuck?
Gruesome, and more than enough to justify bringing in Chris for questioning. One detail stood out to detectives: the messages between Chris and Jake. If they could get access to those conversations, it might help them establish a clearer motive for Chris. So over the next few days, investigators began digging deeper into his life. And
Oh, nigga said my damn. Nah, this nigga's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. See, you killing a girl. Nigga, you should never kill a girl over that, nigga. Nigga, you should kill the nigga. And she said, if you're gonna crash out, bro, you gotta do it. See, you should have did that to that nigga, bro. What is you doing, gang? Me personally, what are you doing, bro? A nigga, yo, what if a nigga fuck your bitch and the nigga writing shit like this? My dick is bigger. Yo.
what they uncovered only further darkened an already disturbing case.
And why they talking about dick size to the what the fuck?
Days leading up to Tiffany's disappearance, detectives traced him to one particular store. On December 15th, just 2 days before Tiffany's disappearance, Chris is caught on surveillance at the Harbor Freight on 4130 Mall Drive in Steubenville. There, he purchased two things: a Hercules reciprocating saw and 12 brand new blades. At the time, this wasn't enough to prove anything on its own, but this simple receipt would later become crucial to the investigation. Next were the conversations between Jake and Chris. While it's unclear how officers obtained them, it's obvious these messages played a significant role in shaping the case. It turned out Tiffany's affair with Jake wasn't a secret at all. In the weeks before she disappeared, Chris and Jake had been messaging each other regularly on social media, with Jake.
You see, he's wildin', bro. We laughed so hard when my dick was in her mouth and you was asking her that? Nah, but I ain't gonna lie, you can have her after that, nigga. Nigga, after I'm getting these messages, you can have her. Fuck him up, bro. I'm blocking you, you can have her. Have her, bro. Real shit, have her, bro.
frequently taunted
That's no
him,
longer my shorty no
sent
more.
Chris explicit photos of Tiffany, pictures of his own genitals, and graphic depictions of their sexual encounters. All of this created an unmistakably strong motive for Chris to act out violently. And with that in mind, investigators prepared to arrest Chris and bring him in for interrogation. But what they couldn't have predicted was that the arrest would turn out to be a complete disaster, because Chris had no intentions of going to prison. Before they could even get to that point, though, detectives still faced one final problem. They had no clear timeline of Tiffany's final night, no detailed account of what happened before she vanished. They understood what happened between Randy and Chris, and they knew the weeks of tension that led up to it. But the events of that particular Sunday were still a troubling mystery. That is, until they heard a disturbing recollection from someone very close to him. Chris's own mother, the only witness in the home that Sunday evening aside from Chris's own children. At the time, she hadn't suspected a thing, but with everything detectives now knew, it was obvious the warning signs had been there all along, and those signs become unnervingly clear when she describes what Chris was doing that evening.
I do remember going downstairs in the basement yesterday to get a bag.
Okay.
I was gonna do laundry, but when I asked the kids to get their clothes together, he'd said, "Mom, you do enough. We'll take care of the clothes." He did not want me in the basement for some reason. And he had been hanging down there, and then she was down there with him. Well, what I thought. I mean, as far as I know, she was with him. And she did come upstairs Sunday night, or was it Monday? She did come up, and I was standing there at the Christmas tree, and she come flying past me, and you know, she was having an affair with this guy, so I figured she was hanging down there from embarrassment. Shame. You know, I grabbed a hold of her, and I kissed her on the side of the face, and I told her I loved her. You know, and she says, "I love you too."
Chris had stopped his own mother from going down to the basement, where he and Tiffany had apparently been staying. She recalled that it was obvious Tiffany felt embarrassed about her unfaithfulness, which only makes what happened even more tragic. But what she...
Bro, she didn't feel embarrassed, bro. Come on, like, how do you know what you doing? Ain't no way. Rest in peace to her too, all right? But ain't no way, bro, like, you gonna feel embarrassed after you fucking a nigga, you sucking a nigga dick, y'all making videos, all type of shit, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, you wasn't embarrassed, bro. You wasn't embarrassed, my nigga. You feel me? Like, and it's cool. It's all right. Embarrassed? What? Do you know what it takes for a nigga to put his dick in your mouth? As a, like, what the fuck? What? It's not a mistake. You're not embarrassed when you fucking a nigga. I'm just being honest. You embarrassed? Now you want to be embarrassed, right? Come on, bro. Like, take some accountability. You feel me? I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga's a goofy too, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all talking about each other dick sizing and shit? That's bad.
She told detectives she
That's bad.
her own son might have been planning to kill himself.
See, when all this was
Over
going
her?
down yesterday, I thought maybe he killed himself. That's what I was thinking, but couldn't make sense to me that his vehicle wasn't there. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, why are they in shame? You know? And that's, you know, but then, I mean, this is just all so much.
While this was sad and certainly worrisome, it wasn't true. Chris wasn't dead, he was alive and well, and his time on the run needed to come to an end. At this point, the East Liverpool Police Department had one final thing to take care of before moving in to arrest Chris, executing the search warrant on the shed behind his house, the place where Tiffany's body was allegedly being kept. And once officers opened that door, they would discover everything.
Hi, Patricia. Sergeant Randy, Liverpool Township. I have a search warrant to search shed. So this is a copy of the search warrant. Officer Talbot, Kidden, and myself, we're going to go up. We're going to look around. The search warrant is for anything not your house, any of the outlining buildings or any of the
I don't have a
pergola
problem with any of that.
and house of kids.
Right now, they're with the other grandma. The services were this morning, and they, you know...
That nigga don't give a fuck. He said, how's the kids? He don't care.
Right.
It is. It's very horrible. I mean, I'm sick to my stomach. I want bones shut down as soon as possible. No one to know when I can do that.
It's all still part of evidence, so our prosecutor would be able to answer that, but we'll be talking again soon.
I don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? I found all kinds of knives in here. I took all those out of the bedroom. And I think I'm just going to store them in the garage.
Okay.
I don't know what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look like hell, but I can't help
Your
it.
son's had me up every morning at 4 o'clock. So. Sad.
Sick. And I got to still live here, you know what I mean?
I get it. I get it.
It's just
Let us
sick.
get done what we need to do. Is it all right to call you Kay?
Okay.
And we'll give you a copy of the inventory when we're done.
All right. I'm not really worried about the inventory.
Well, we have to get it. I mean, Chief Howard.
Inside the cabin, officers made a horrifying discovery. They found the saw Chris had purchased earlier, multiple knives, other weapons scattered around, and then
Damn,
the
my saw is
final
loaded.
nail in the coffin, Tiffany's body, cut into pieces and placed into 6 separate bags. At that moment, investigators knew they finally had all the evidence they needed. With this new information, detectives knew it was finally time to move in and arrest Chris. But before they could act, one major red flag stopped everything. Members of the Special Response Team had flagged a disturbing statement Chris had allegedly made. He had warned that if police ever came after him, he would, quote, kill everyone.
Oh, that
This
nigga's on
was
his
taken
bullshit.
extremely seriously. So instead of rushing in, officers developed a careful, tactical plan to get Chris away from his house and into custody safely.
We got somebody today, supposedly he killed his wife. She's out back, so if you've been working the search warrant, you just got it. We wanted to get him out of the house because he was going to kill all the kids and stuff.
The plan was straightforward. Investigators would use Randy, the man who had originally helped Chris.
Yo,
dispose of
these
the
niggas be snitching, and then these niggas be putting a face on the shit. If you go, yo, come on, bro. This nigga's an informant. You gonna get this nigga? This nigga, yo, he's this nigga's in danger now. He's all over YouTube. How many views this shit got? 269K views in 4 days. That's a lot of motherfucking people, bro. This shit will get 1 million views in a week. 1 million niggas will know his face, bro. Niggas will kill, niggas will go after him just because he's a rat. I'm dead ass. They don't gotta know the nigga. For real.
to lure Chris to a specific address under the pretense of picking Randy up. Uniformed units would be staged nearby. Because Chris was armed and had a history of violent threats, officers settled on a tactical ruse, a routine traffic stop.
Okay.
Their goal was simple. Get him in handcuffs before he
What if he got a
realized
gun?
what was actually happening, then transport him to the station for questioning. On December 20th at 6:09 p.m., the call came in. Chris was en route to the pickup location. Given his previous threats to kill law enforcement, the officer knew he had to move in with extreme caution and stick to the operation exactly as planned.
What's the plate numbers?
I don't know the plate number.
I got the Jeep here. You yell, give me some help. Right here in front of his house.
All right.
Why is he still in the city, nigga? You should have been got the fuck out of there off the rip.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you doing?
You have your license, registration, proof of insurance with you? I'm in county. What do you do there? Oh, that's your handgun thing.
I'm trying to see which one of these is good. Oh, gosh. Can I open
Uh-oh.
it? Yeah.
Hold on
You got a
now.
firearm on you?
Yes, sir.
Where's it at?
It's on my belt line.
It's on your belt line?
Yeah.
Hey, do me a favor so we're all safe. Just step out for a second.
Sure.
Keep your hands on your head because I don't want shot.
Nah,
or anything,
wait,
you
hold
know
on.
what I mean? Go ahead and turn around here. Just hold tight. I'm just going to place you in cuffs just until I grab your gun.
Oh
okay?
shit, he landed rock?
What?
Hold on, no.
We got to call the complaint
I
down
thought he was gonna pull a 50 Cent in Power.
here. I'm just following up on city. He asked me to come down, help out.
I just pulled up to my buddies. I was supposed to pick him up.
You supposed to pick up your buddy?
Yeah.
Who you picking up?
Randy Swagger?
I don't know who that is.
Huh.
The plan had worked. Chris was
Oh,
now
GG's,
safe
he's
in
fucked.
cuffs, and he didn't even know
Oh, this
why.
nigga's fucked.
Judging by his stressed expression and tense posture, he likely realized that detectives were finally onto him. Despite this, he would keep playing clueless.
Good. I have 121. Also have firearm, and he is detained.
I don't understand what the problem is.
What? Come right back here. Sure.
He's a dude.
Alright, step back here. Why am I stuck in here? What is all this? You alright? Yeah.
We got somebody today. Supposedly he killed his wife. She's out back. So we've been working on a search warrant. We just got it. We wanted to get him out of the house because he was going to kill all the kids and stuff. Supposedly he killed his wife. So he got away. We coaxed him out to come get somebody. Long story short, with everything's going on, we didn't want him, coming in and shooting. So it was accident circumstances to get him.
Okay.
I mean, I yelled for you as soon as I found out he was here.
Yeah. Well,
but I wasn't going to take the chance of him taking the gun and going.
No, for sure.
Because he's already threatened.
The officers had done everything they needed at the scene, and now it was time to take Chris to the station. But Chris still had no idea that this wasn't a simple traffic stop.
I think you know what the fuck going on.
For the
You
murder
just want to play
and
dumb.
dismemberment of his own wife.
So you aware what's going on? You have some gentlemen at the station want to talk to you.
Okay.
So you're being detained and taken back to the Liverpool Township Police Department, okay?
Okay.
At that point, they'll talk to you and let you know what's going on.
Can you guys roll my windows up for me?
Your car is getting towed to our station where you're going, and it's going to be put in the Sally Port where it's heated or whatever until they're done talking to you, okay?
Okay. First, you don't mind, I don't understand what I'm doing.
They'll explain all of that when you get there, okay?
Okay.
Chris is now on his way to the station, and he still hasn't been told that this is about his wife. In his mind, detectives might have brought him in for nothing more than a traffic issue, something he can still talk his way out of. But then, almost as if the guilt is pressing down on him, or as if he's trying to misdirect detectives, Chris suddenly, and without being prompted, starts talking about his wife.
Hey, I'm Chief Kinnaman for Liverpool Township Police Department. I got to ask you before we go, you willing to talk to us?
I guess it depends on what it's about.
All right, well, you can stop at any time if you decide you want to talk to the attorney.
A Jeep's in my name, right?
What's that?
Jeep's in mine. It's a dual ownership, right?
Yeah, I didn't run the Jeep yet. I don't know what's going on. Why you say?
Why they be lying, yo? I hate when cops lie. They're like, yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, you're here, but we don't know what's going on. These niggas be lying. Just tell the nigga the truth. Fuck it. He's already there, bro. He can't escape.
Like, did my wife say that my Jeep was stolen?
This moment is critical. This detective has been on the case since Tiffany disappeared, and he knows exactly who Chris's wife is. But if he acts like he recognizes her name, their entire cover story, the traffic violation, collapses. And the moment Chris realizes what's really going on, he might stop talking altogether. Fortunately, the detective handles it perfectly.
Who's your wife?
Tiffany Morrison.
Tiffany Morrison. What, you guys going through a separation, or?
I guess.
You guess?
I guess.
What do you mean you guess? You guys haven't talked in a while, or?
We haven't talked in a couple of days. About a week ago, she took off on me. She was gone for 2 days. She didn't talk to me. She barely talked to me. She wouldn't text me back. We had to work together, so we went to work together. And then I talked to her there. I talked her into coming back home. Came back home.
This nigga's done.
Trying to work things out, or so I thought. Turns out she changed her mind again, and she took off again.
Here, the detective sees an opportunity. The goal is to slowly shift the conversation to Tiffany and gather any details that might further
I'm like, so,
incriminate Chris.
where do you
So
think
the
she's at
detective
right now?
decides to apply a bit of pressure, and it works. Chris is starting to look genuinely worried.
So when's the last time you saw her? How many of you guys are?
Would have been last night.
Last night?
Last night we argued, and she said she was going back up to see her boyfriend, and I said, okay. I said, but you're not taking my vehicles. I said, so if you're leaving, then let him, the guy who has no car, come down an hour away from where he lives and pick you up.
She's like, no, I'm taking my keys and I'm leaving. I said, no, listen. I said, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll take you there. Pick a spot, I'll drop you off close, you can figure it out from there. And she says, okay. So we started down a hill, we started into an argument, I kicked her out of my Jeep, and that was it.
Here, Chris thinks he's giving them a solid alibi, but the detectives already have a dismembered body in the shed he locked, and 2 witnesses who say he's responsible. They don't need anything more, but they still want to hear why he did all of this. Over the next 20 minutes, Chris breaks down their entire relationship, how it began, how things turned dark, and everything leading up to Tiffany's disappearance. Towards the end, Chris finally realizes what the detectives are doing, and he asks for an attorney, effectively ending the interview. Because he was armed, dangerous, unstable, and considered a flight risk, he would be held on a $1.5 million bond
What if he paid that?
while awaiting indictment.
What if the nigga paid that, bro?
Due to the overwhelming evidence, the body, Randy's statement, motive revealed through text messages with Jake Hill, the receipt for the saw, and his threats towards his family and law enforcement, detectives had everything they needed. Chris is ultimately charged with aggravated murder,
Wait, Randy didn't go to jail? Oh, yeah.
Corpse, possession of criminal tools, and firearm specifications. He is sentenced to life in prison with the possibility
Nigga's
of parole
cooked.
after 25 years.
Niggas fraud. 25 years, bro. Damn. I gotta be with a bunch of niggas for 25 years, man. I gotta get told what to do for 25 years by guards. I gotta get fucked up by people. I can't drop the soap. I gotta be around a bunch of fucking men. 25 years, bro. Because I wanna crash out. And I wanna kill my girl for 17 years that we have a family with. Because she cheated on me. Wow. I ain't gonna lie. She did violate. He did violate. If anything, my nigga, you would have killed the nigga, the Jake nigga, the nigga she was cheating on, you would have went to jail. She would have still been out here fucking. I'm being honest. Rest in peace to her. But this is the truth, okay? You kill her like you did. You're in jail. She's dead. That nigga that was fucking your girl, he's having a blast right now. He don't give a fuck about nothing. Ain't life crazy, bro? You crashing out for nothing. Shit is sad.